Okay, mindset hack for today. As you can tell, I'm actually outside and I'm in Amsterdam, which equals Nikki outside and in Amsterdam means I am out of quarantine. Woohoo! After 3.5 months of being everywhere else, I'm now outside, saw my mom today. So for those of you who are trying to figure out where I am in Amsterdam, I'm on Java Island and the station is right over there, Central Station. So the center would be over there. Anyway, little Amsterdam geography for you. Today's mindset hack hooks into empathy as well, just like yesterday. Yesterday I gave you a mindset hack about that, and I explained that according to science, empathy is the ability to step in somebody else's shoes. But there are a group of scientists who really did a lot of research into the concept of empathy, and they wanted to refine that particular definition. And they came up with two types of empathy, which I think is already a mindset hack of its own when you think about it. The two types of empathy that are there is one, emotional empathy. And emotional empathy is the ability to feel what somebody else feels. So when you step into their shoes, you can feel what they feel. You can even share that feeling. So that's the first type of empathy. The second type of empathy that the scientists discovered is a cognitive empathy. And a cognitive empathy is in essence also the ability to step in somebody else's shoes, but to understand their map of the world, to understand what they're feeling. And I think from an NLP practitioner perspective, I think to make that distinction is really exciting. Well, first of all, what is an emotion? In an earlier mindset hack, I explained an emotion is a chemical response. A feeling is the interpretation of that chemical response, of that emotion. And so feelings and thoughts are very intertwined because they are an interpretation as to what flags inside the body, the emotion. So then understanding the emotion of another person, or to be able to feel the emotion of the other person, then it's sort of like, well, what are you then going to do with that? Do you understand then what they're feeling, yes or no? And so it's interesting to think about this cognitive way of approaching empathy and the feeling way of understanding empathy. That also may untangle a little bit of a hot mess. I know plenty of people that can sort of have a sense of what somebody else is feeling, but they don't necessarily understand it, right? And they think they do, so they're going to give psychoanalysis, which is the last thing that other person wants, or they're going to be weird about it. Because if you truly understand people, then you also know when to keep your mouth shut. You know what I mean? So, but you could also be very good at cognitive empathy, but not share the feelings of the other person. I actually find that more helpful for a coach, by the way, because if you can pick up the feeling or the emotion, but still understand it, that's better than getting sucked into the feeling of the client. So, mindset hack for today is to go, where am I in terms of how good or bad am I in cognitive empathy, and or how good or bad am I in emotional empathy? That's for the mindset hack for today. Is then gonna pair that with something very simple. I want you to talk to a stranger today. I want you to be curious about this stranger today, and I want you to have a conversation with them today, with this complete stranger. In fact, they have discovered that people who are high on empathy habitually talk to strangers at a bus stop, in a grocery store, things like that. And I really want you to step into their map of the world and then pay attention in this mindset hack as to how you actually grow more empathy, more able to step into their map of the world. Do you get a sense as to what the emotion is? And do you understand the person better, or both? That's the mindset hack for today. It's a little bit of practice to exercise your empathy muscle. And I'll see you on Monday for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday mindset hack. The preview of the NLP practitioner course online is ready and available. Email me at info@globalnlptraining.com and we're happy to give it to you. And see you on Monday, 9 o'clock Los Angeles, noon Miami, 6 p.m. Amsterdam, and midnight on Bali. And those are our NLP training destinations for our live trainings. See you around.